joining this evening, can we please stand and give our pledge of allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please. Mrs. Lohr. Present. Ms. Lauer.
Present.
Dr. Powers. Present. Ms. Scott.
Here.
Mrs. Wise.
Present.
Mr. Irwin.
Present.
Mrs. Killian. Present. Our vision and mission. Our vision is working together with our community. We inspire our students to discover their talents and rise to their greatest potential. Our mission is building on the strength of our diverse community. We create an engaging, comprehensive educational environment that supports the growth of lifelong learners. Next, we have a presentation from our elementary and middle school battle of the books. I'll read what's listed on the agenda. It says the Elementary Battle of the Books competition was held April 8, 2022 at the Vigo County School Corporation Conference Center. The middle school competition was held in a virtual format during the week of April 11th. Throughout the school year, Battle of the Books teams prepare for competition by reading books from the Young Hoosier Book Awards list. The 2022 Battle of the Books winners include Terrytown Elementary School, Dixie B Elementary School, West Vigo Middle School, and Woodrow Wilson Middle School.
President Killian, Dr. Ayworth, and members of the Board of School Trustees. My name is Janet Brosmer, Curriculum Coordinator, and joining me tonight we have Kathy Deal and Karen Webb. Mrs. Deal and Mrs. Webb are instrumental in coordinating the elementary and middle school competitions. It is our pleasure to spotlight the elementary and middle school Battle of the Books winning teams this evening.
We will begin with the Elementary Battle of the Books. On April 8th, elementary teams gathered here at the Conference Center to participate in the annual battle competition. And throughout the year, team members read 19 books on the Young Hoosier Book Intermediate list. And on the day of the battle, students answered questions in a back and forth manner using a buzzer system to ring in to answer.
I will be calling forward the Battle of the Books team members from Terrytown Elementary and Dixie B Elementary to get a team picture with Dr. Ayworth and Mrs. Killian. Certificates and a trophy for each team were given on the day of the battle. So let's start off with the elementary battle, 2 divisions. The first division winner was Terrytown Elementary. Terrytown is represented by Coach Dory Myers, Principal Julie Lautenschlager, Assistant Principal Sharon Manley, and the following team members that are here this evening: Piper Hartman, Liliana Heilman, Peyton Martin, Riley Mucci, Isabella Smith, and Cooper Warner. So if they could come in and come forward. Good time to do so.
Probably displayed at the front of our office.
Who's holding that right there?
Okay, so turn out to the audience, and we have a few of our family members to take a picture.
Bella.
Go Terrytown!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
The second division winner was Dixie B Elementary. Dixie B is represented by Coach Jennifer Jennifer Kelly, Principal Michael Castle, Assistant Principal Christy Staggs, and team members in attendance, Reagan Bowman, Tia Brighting, and Matthew Lamberson.
Congratulations.
We have a few photographers in the back.
Great job, guys.
This year, the format for the middle school Battle of the Books competition took a different approach than the in-person elementary battle. Team members gathered in a central location in their school and did a Google quiz comprised of 76 questions highlighting the middle level Young Hoosier book list. This was presented to each student on their Chromebook. Questions were displayed one at a time from a Google Slides presentation, and after the team members submitted their answers, the average score of all team members determined the winners.
This year, there was a tie at the middle school level. West Vigo Middle School and Woodrow Wilson Middle School each scored an average of 62.25 questions correct. So first, I would like to ask West Vigo Middle School to come forward. West Vigo Middle School is represented by Coach Rachel Williams, Assistant Principal Angelia Bart, and their team members in attendance, Maddie Target, Mia Target, Braden Taylor, and Lily Krause.
Great job.
I would like to now recognize Woodrow Wilson Middle School with that tying score. Woodrow Wilson is represented by Kaden McElroy, Regan Copeland, and Olivia Cordray. And they need the trophy to share. So they have to set a schedule to share their trophy.
Who gets it first?
You. Who might be taking it home?
Congratulations.
We would like to recognize the additional key players that contributed to the success of the program. The Vigo County Education Foundation for providing transportation for all the elementary teams. The administration building custodial staff for setting up the rooms for competition. The battle coaches from all the schools preparing their teams. And our community volunteers. Volunteers consisted of members of the Vigo County Retired Teachers Association, the Vigo County Public Library, the Vigo County School Corporation, Vigo County Education Foundation, and friends. These volunteers served as moderators, timers, scorekeepers, and Google Meet operators on the day of the battle.
We would also like to give a special thank you to Mila Evans, the wonderful Mila Evans, for writing every question for both elementary and middle school for all 38 books. For many, many years, and I think at least 10 years, Mila has volunteered to write these Battle of the Books questions. Last but certainly not least, we would like to recognize the parents of these fine students. We would venture to guess that many of you are very familiar with these wonderful book titles. And we want to thank you for your support, and I am sure that you are extremely proud of your children. So let's give the parents
So once again, congratulations to all the teams for a great competition. So please join me in congratulating every one of those team members with another round of applause.
If there is anyone in the audience that was preparing to leave after this presentation, you may do so. We would love for you to stay if you want, that's not a problem. Thank you, congratulations.
Congratulations, Mrs. Myers.
Well, thank you to everyone that stayed. We'd like to go ahead and move forward with our consent agenda, which does include the items, the memoranda of the meeting on May 9th, the minutes from a regular board meeting on May 9th, and the finance reports A, B, C, and D.
I move approval of consent agenda.
I'll second that.
We have a first from Mr. Irwin and a second from Mrs. Wise. All those in favor signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Abstain. Thank you. Next, we have the May accounts payable docket from the Finance Committee report.
I move that we accept the accounts payable document as presented.
I'll second that.
Is there any comments from the Finance Committee?
Just as always, we had a good meeting, got our questions answered, and everything is in order.
Thank you, Donna, and your team. So we have a motion by Mrs. Lorne, a second by Mrs. Lauer. All those in favor signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign, and abstain. New business, the personnel report and professional leave request by Mr. Michael Cox.
President Killian, Superintendent Ayworth, members of the Board of Trustees, administration seeks approval of the personnel and professional report as presented this evening.
I move approval of the personnel report and professional leave request as presented.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Mr. Irwin and a second by Mrs. Wise. Are there any comments or questions? We will move forward. All those in favor signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Abstain. Thank you, Mr. Cox.
Thank you.
Now we're ready for call for citizen comments. I just want to make a note that when you do have citizen comments and you fill out the paperwork at the front before you enter the meeting, that is how we are able to respond to you, since we do not respond during the meeting. But we take that information and reach back out either through administration or board member, but there may be information you need to gather. So that is another way we can try to communicate with you. So when you do want to comment, that's why we have those forms at the front. Okay. Information from Superintendent Ayworth and board members.
Yeah, I would just like to speak to our day last Friday. Would like to thank all those that supported that Team Vigo Day. It was a tremendous success. Approximately 2,000 high school students representing Terre Haute North, Terre Haute South, and West Vigo celebrated 50,000 hours of community service. And with the generous donations from a multitude of groups, every student got a free t-shirt. We attempted a world record for the largest game of Duck, Duck, Goose. There was more free festival food that you could shake a stick at. The students kept coming up and saying, "Really? This is free?" They played multiple games from volleyball to cornhole live action role playing, which is one that catches people by surprise. Think about these high school students right now. Our seniors, in their 4 years, really only knew 1 year that was not interrupted by COVID. Our freshmen, our sophomores, and our juniors have yet to experience a school year without some sort of disruption by COVID. So we were excited to be able to provide the first ever district-wide high school field day. I would declare it a success, and I think our students and our staff would say the same. It is not going to be an annual event. There's some thought, it takes a lot to prepare for that, but we will look at least providing an opportunity while every student is in high school to get to experience that. So thank you to everyone that was involved in that.
Okay, Duck Duck Goose was a race by some of the students. They were absolutely racing around that area, and it was impressive. I mean, it was, and the weather could not have been better.
When will the intended results be known, or do we already know?
We think next week we'll know something.
I will just share, I have 2 high school students that participated from North, and I have a senior, and he said it was fun. He was surprised how much fun he did have. And then my freshman, he just kept going back getting snow cones. He thought that was great. And he also shared, which I thought was really nice, that he interacted with students from West Vigo, and they exchanged contact information and are chatting online now. So it was also another way for students to interact with other schools. So I think it was a great success.
I have one comment unrelated to that. Did you want to say something? I just feel, we're kind of in award season right now, with banquets and just the celebrations of the year, and I love it. I'm having such a good time celebrating the teachers and the students, and just wanted to give a hearty thank you to all the staff that are working so hard to put those things together. The retirement banquet was lovely, and I know there are many other things coming, but it's a lot, and it's because there's so much to celebrate, and I just wanted to thank everybody for working so hard to make that nice for everyone.
And a lot of the end of the year performances too,
Yes.
by the arts and music departments, and they're always so impressive. Was trying to be at the Sarastop academic dinner too, and as you say, there's a lot of preparation that goes into that we don't know about, but it's certainly enjoyable to help some of the students enjoy their graduation or just their participation in a lot of the events. So it's thrilling to be part of that.
I was lucky enough to see Legally Blonde, the musical at North. I don't know if any of you all saw that, but you know, that school is known for their musical theater, and they did not disappoint once again. It was just a fabulous show. There's just so much talent at such a young age, and I was just thoroughly entertained. Felt as though maybe I'd gone Broadway for the evening.
We should have had them in here and do a little.
Oh, shout out any of them that want to come, because I mean their voices were so beautiful, and all of the teachers and people that worked to put something like that on. I mean, it was just amazing.
I guess that's an invitation, right?
Yes,
Everyone's watching
yes,
and listening. Yeah. Let us know if you want to come and perform for us. Okay, any committee reports from board members? Okay, our future meeting will be Monday, June 13th at 6 p.m. here at the Administration Building Conference Center. Do I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, signify by